Well, hey there, folks. Hope you're having a great day. And I'm looking forward to doing the stream with you, believe it or not. Today is our 1-year anniversary of streaming. It's also Rosh Hashanah, which is the Jewish New Year. So a good day to celebrate that. And I'm so excited to be here with you. We're away at our beach retreat, and I normally wouldn't be doing a stream on a time when we're away at our beach retreat like this. For Movement Church, we're having a beach retreat. Oh, Kim and Keith is saying the signal is rough. It's my only option. My only option. Let me see if I move my phone. Hang on a second. I got a different idea. Hang on a second. I got a way better idea, maybe. Let me go to StreamYard on my phone. Hang with me, folks. Don't go anywhere. I see myself perfectly fine, but I know that doesn't always translate. I was having this problem the other day, and I went live from my phone. Maybe I can do that. It's a good question, good thought, right? Anyways, I'm glad to see you. Even though it might not be a great signal, I am glad to see you. How's that? Is that a little bit better? I'm streaming from my phone now. I've never streamed from my phone before, so we'll see how it works out. I'm kind of interested in doing it. All right. Sorry about all the confusion, guys. I'm still just trying to work this out, but I'm so glad that you're here. And there's some things that I definitely want to talk about. And the biggest thing is that boat that you see. I actually had a conversation live on the air the other day. I called that county sheriff's office, had a discussion with them. Some of you were on the air whenever I did that. They said that they were going to call me back. And whenever they called me back, I did record that phone call. I feel a little bit weird about sharing it publicly and all that. But I will tell you exactly what they said. I did ask for permission to record the call before I did it, but I didn't explicitly say that I was going to be sharing it. So I'm just going to paraphrase what they said. So, but before we do that, I want to just take a second and honor all of you and just say thank you so much, because you have helped us get to this place of being in our 1-year anniversary as a stream. And I never would have thought it. But when we began the Gabby Petito case on September 24th, 2021, I had no idea that I would become like somebody who's actually a YouTuber and building a whole ministry based off of what we do. I was totally not even tracking with that. And so I'm as shocked as many of you are. Is just what the last year has become. And if your life has been positively impacted by what we do here, I'd love to hear about it. If you could just send a note in the comments or whatever, then just say that you've been impacted positively by what we're doing here. That would just mean the world to me, because I keep doing what we're doing because I actually think it's making a difference in people's lives. And so I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful for each of you guys. Grateful that you've helped me build this amazing community now. 51,000 people. I cannot believe it. We just did our 50,000 celebration stream the other day because that was our big goal for the year. And then I had no idea that while we were scheduling this beach retreat with some of the people from this amazing ministry that we started, it was going to be on the 1-year anniversary. And they're away right now. They're doing a session with Tisha. She's teaching people on how you can hear the voice of God clearly, which is fantastic teaching that she does. So I'm a little sad that I'm missing that, but I'm glad to be here with you guys. And I wanted to take a second and just celebrate with you 1 year together. And we've done about 6 days a week for 52 weeks. How many streams is that? But I've done close to 300 videos in that time span. Isn't that wild? I've done that many videos. I'm sure there's a way I could probably tell, right, how many videos I've done. Anyways, yeah, we've certainly done our fair share of streaming, and just so excited about it. Thank you guys so much for being here, and wanted to take a second and honor those. Deanna says, happy 1st anniversary. Woo! Woo! You said my local church is celebrating its 10th this weekend with a barbecue. That sounds fun. Thank you for your super chat. Hope you're having fun. Melissa says, happy 1 year to our Feller fam. Yep, shout out to the Feller fam. Really appreciate it. Some of your little green flags probably in the next 5-6 days are going to start turning from green to yellow, and that's going to symbolize that you've been here for a year. And I love seeing that we have so many different colored flags going there, but some of you guys, your flags will start changing when you hit that 1 year mark. The first like 5-6 days that we were streaming, our channel wasn't even monetized yet, and so finally we ended up getting to that place. Thank you so much, Melissa. Hey, Amy, thank you for that super sticker. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Wanda says, happy weekend, Tyler and everyone. Happy weekend, the Wanda Life. Appreciate you. Thanks for your support. Hope you're having a great weekend. Karen says, happy 1 year, everybody. Congratulations, Tyler. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations to you for being a part of what we're doing here, Karen. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love that Heidi says renewed faith in God over the year. That just warms my heart to know your connection with God got stronger because of our coming together on this channel. Andrea says, checking in from Southeast Texas. Congratulations on 1 year. Praise God. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your support. Joan says, happy first year. Here's to many more. Yes, 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 yes. Cannot wait, cannot wait, cannot wait. I saw somebody say they don't have a flag. The flag are for people who's a part of the Feller fam, and it changes colors based on how long you've been a member. So right now, if you have a red flag, it means you've been a member for like a month or less. If you have a green flag, it means you've been a member between 6 and 12 months. And those green flags, some of them are going to start turning into actually yellow flags. And that's going to symbolize 1 year. I think the purple flags are 2 months, and I think the blue flags are 3 months. And so a lot of different color flags out there. It's just really cool. Oh, thank you, Karen. You said happy anniversary. I've been with you since Gabby Petito and will never leave. I love our family. Being with you all here means the world to me. Well, praise God. Thank you so much for that. I did ask that question in the poll. I said, which case did you start following us on? And Gabby Petito was number one at 42%, 20% Dylan Rounds, and 36% on Kiely Rodni. I think some of that too is because we are doing a stream today about Kiely Rodni. So I think some of that had to do with that. But thank you so much. Hey, Mara, thank you for that super sticker. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, you guys are just so awesome. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your kindness and support, guys. Let me know, too, where you're watching from. I'm coming to you live today from, I almost said Nashville, Tennessee, but I'm actually in Panama City Beach, where we're having the Feller Fam, the Movement Church beach retreat, and it's just been an incredible time. I cannot wait to start sharing with you some of the stories here. But because it's our 1 year anniversary, I did want to break away and do a stream. So mainly because it's our 1 year anniversary, I wanted to be with you guys and celebrate online. I think some of them will probably watch the replay. But then the other thing that I want to be able to do is clear up the air about some of this that's happened that you guys see on the screen, this picture here of this boat. It's a really significant picture, and it's caused a lot of controversy on the internet, and I wanted to get down to the bottom of it. And actually what happened was, if you guys remember, Southern Gal Jen was on the line. She called in and she said, hey, Tyler, have you seen this picture that's sort of like been floating around of these people who are out there searching? She's like, they look like they're just within feet, like literally within feet of Kylie's vehicle, where Kylie's vehicle was found. And I was thinking, like, is that true? And I'm like, I tried to debunk it, but the more that I just sat on the phone with her and sort of unpacked it, I was like, actually, there's a lot about what she's saying that seems absolutely 100% true. And so I called that sheriff's office while we were all together, and we ended up breaking down and having that conversation together. I'm going to share that with you in just a minute. Hey, Rooster, thank you so much for that super sticker. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks for that super sticker. It means a lot. Thank you guys for coming alongside us, supporting our 1 year anniversary. Amazing, isn't it? And let me see. You guys can still see and hear me okay? All right, good. Great. Oh, Wanda Graves says, I voted wrong. It was Gabby, not Dylan. Oh, so you've been here for a long time. If you have a green flag, pretty much you've been here since Gabby Petito days. Pretty much. Because we covered Gabby Petito for like a couple months because it was such a big case. Mm-hmm. Alexandra says, have you eaten today, Tyler? I did eat. I ate lunch today. I had chicken and a salad, and it was very good. Very, very good. I also taught a session this morning about life domains and replenishment cycle, so people can feel refreshed themselves and learn how to do that. Man. Okay, so let me break down this picture. You guys see this picture that's on the screen. I'll try to make it just a little bit bigger for you guys. Okay, you guys can see this picture that's on the screen. And I saw this picture and it was like, well, is this at Prosser Reservoir? What's going on in this picture? And so the first thing we sort of did was like, look at the tree line. All right, look at these trees. And then we were comparing this tree line to some of the tree lines that we see in the Prosser Reservoir pictures. And so I'm like, yeah, actually, when we look at it, it actually does look like it's at the Prosser Reservoir. Thing I was confused about is Alameda County Sheriff's Office. And I'm like, well, where's Alameda County at? So I started Googling Alameda County, and the thing that popped up was like this whole like big thing about Oakland, California, basically. But then I started researching. It's like they do have a dive team. Okay, so that was really important. Like, do they have a dive team? Yes, they do have a dive team, and they have a pretty well-known dive team. And so when I called the guy on the air the other day and I told him about this, it was like he immediately confirmed that they were helping out with this. One of the things that I wanted to look at too was like the Placer County Sheriff's Office, for example, was putting up posts like this. It was like, well, there's 102 personnel to assign, and that had actually increased. But 15,000 personnel hours cumulative, California Highway Patrol, FBI, Truckee, Rockland, Grass Valley, Placer County. And so I was looking at some of that and just like, well, what other agencies were involved? And as we started to investigate it, that Alameda County at one point was also involved in helping. That Alameda County was involved at some point in helping. Maybe it's on this poster. It's not specifically listed. Here, probably this one, 307. Yeah, right here. So this was on August 14th. The update on August 14th. Today is day 9 of the search for 16-year-old Kiely Rodni. The Placer County Sheriff's Office and Nevada County continue to deploy numerous resources to locate Kiely and her vehicle. Kiely was reported missing on August 6th after she attended a party with 200 to 300 juveniles and young adults at the Prosser Campground in Nevada County. Searchers from across the state continue their search on the ground, in the air, and in the water. We only have information on Kiely's last known location before she went missing. Detectives from local, state, and federal agencies continue to follow up on leads and conduct interviews. The figures outlined above are reflective of investigative and search and rescue efforts from August 13th. There will be no press conference today. Okay, so let's go look what it says. It says, update in the search for Kiely Rodni. 307 personnel assigned. 12,438 hours, 3 air resources, which is Civil Air Patrol, and 2 dive teams on this particular day for a cumulative number of tips, 1,200. And the assisting agencies were California Highway Patrol, FBI, Truckee Police Department, Washoe County Sheriff's Office, and there it is, Alameda County Sheriff's Office, Placer County OES, and the Placer County Fire. And so Alameda was the one that was like, ding, 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 ding. That's what we were really looking for. So when that Alameda stuck out, it's like, okay, it was confirmed. I know that is a fact now that they were there. Not that, that officer that we talked to wasn't also confirming it. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to set the angle like that. It might be a little bit more centralized. I'm using my phone. I've never streamed from my phone before. Ooh. Oh, I have. Mickey sent these really cool things that hold your phone, and if I would have thought about it, I would have brought one in. And I think Tisha might be trying to record some of her session right now. She got that out. I don't think she's going live with it, but she's just recording it. And maybe if it's good, she said she'll post up a movement page. So she's using that thing that Mickey sent her. But the thing that stuck out to me, it was the point of why I was looking at all those things just to confirm that Alameda was there. So you guys were here on the air. I called the guy from Alameda I called Alameda Sheriff's Office, and he said, I'm going to give you the guy's cell phone number, who's our public information officer. And I was like, man, this is a big county. Like, I'm pretty sure Alameda County is pretty big county. I cannot believe they're just like handing out his cell phone number. There's literally 1.62 million people who live in that county. That's 4 times bigger than Placer County. And so it's an enormous county. And they're just going to give me the cell phone number of the guy. I was confused by that, but I was okay with it. Give me the cell phone number. Some of you guys remember I sent a voice memo. I was like, hey, my name's Tyler Feller. I'm covering the case of Kiely Rodni. I'm interested if you can point out Alameda County Sheriff's Office boat, literally just feet away from where Kiely Rodni was found. And then he started calling me while I was on the air. Some of you guys remember that. I ended up having a conversation with him. And I said, hey, I texted you this picture. You guys have something marked in the water, like very close to where her car is. Can you give me an update about what happened? And he said, oh, let me figure this out. I'll call you back. And so shortly after I got off air, which made me feel like, man, maybe I should have stayed on the air for a little bit longer, he called me back. Hey, DeWanda Life, welcome to the Feller Fam. We're so glad to have you. Really appreciate it. Glad that you joined with us. And anyways, he called me back and he said, and this is the story that he told, and I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section what you think about it. The story that he gave back to me was this, that Alameda County essentially allowed a team of volunteer divers to use their boat in this search. So people keep saying Alameda County has this team of specialized divers. Well, this guy, the public information officer that we spoke with, he said he actually used to be like the sergeant or whatever in charge of the actual dive team. So he knows a lot about how their dive system works and all that. And that this was in particular a volunteer dive team. They were there and they had a chain of command, a group of people that they were reporting to and listening to. In particular, the chain of command gave them some very specific instructions while they were searching. His specific instructions were, number one, they were looking, don't know why, only for Kiely's cell phone. That's what they're doing. They're looking only for Kiely's cell phone. It blew my mind. I'm like, you mean they're going to search the lake that she was closest to in this party and they're not searching for her vehicle? They're just searching for her cell phone? I had a hard time really processing and understanding that. And then the second thing that he said is that they had pretty explicit instructions that they were only supposed to go 25 feet out from the water, and that's it. So initially what they did was they swam out 25 feet, dropped that anchor, which is that yellow dot there, and then they just searched 25 feet out, and that's it. And so, unfortunately, all they did was searching for a cell phone because that was their explicit instructions that they were given. And they never actually found a phone, never went further than 25 feet because that was the instructions. Spent the whole day diving in that area and pretty much came up with nothing. So, I don't understand it. That's what he said to me. I'm like, 25 feet, man. Because how far was her car out there? It was 55 feet out there. Basically halfway to where her car was found. And it depends on which day that they were out there. It's only 11 foot deep or 12 foot deep. I mean, there's pretty good visibility most days. So I felt like the whole thing was like a little bit odd. Do they have intel that cars don't normally go that far out? Like, I have no idea. Did somebody else go out there and search? Why are they only looking for her cell phone? So that's what they told me, guys. That's what they said to me. I know, it's kind of crazy, isn't it? Again, this is just a team of volunteer divers that are going out there. It's like, if you're a team of volunteer divers and you're coming all the way from Oakland, let me just Google that. Like, Oakland, California to Truckee, California. You're driving 180 miles one way to go do a search for a day as a volunteer, and you're not running the command. You're just going to listen and respectfully do what they ask you to do. You're like trusting that they have really good intel. You know, they're telling you, hey, you guys only need to search 25 feet out. We really only want you looking for her cell phone. Like, that's the main thing that we want you to be able to find, because it just wasn't making sense. Like, here they are, you know, basically in the exact same spot where Kiely's car's found, just a few more feet out there. And there's even people out there with canoes, like just normal people out there with canoes. Like, you know, it's just kind of hard to comprehend. How do you guys process that? Like, what do you have to say about it? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Hey, Amy, thank you so much. You said celebration train a rolling. Love you all. Yeah, you guys want to hop aboard the 1 year super sticker train? Wouldn't that be amazing? 365. I would say we should get 365 super stickers, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that. We might get $365 for today, but I don't think we'll be able to get 365 super stickers. But wouldn't that be amazing? Just 1 year super sticker train, if anybody wants to hop aboard, and just as a way to celebrate what we're doing. I would play the conversation too, but I don't necessarily know how I feel about it. Like, I sent the conversation too to Zav Girl. Like I told you guys before on my stream the other day, it's like I really actually care about getting to the bottom of this, you know, the truth of what's going on. And I send my stuff out to other people that I have before I even come live with it. So I mean, I asked her not to play it publicly, but I did send it to her and told her she could listen to it and paraphrase it the same way that I did. And she did cover it on her channel. So. But I'm asking someone if they think I can play it. I'm going to send it to them so they can watch it. If you guys think it's okay to play, maybe I can. I did ask him in particular if I could play it. Hey, the one to life. I think when I started sending that text message, it caused my internet to slow down a little bit. Hey, the one to life. Thank you so much for that super sticker. Really appreciate it. You're number one on your anniversary. Ashley, thank you. Number 2. Mar, thank you. Number 3. Acadian French Fry, thank you. Number 4. Heidi, thank you. Number 5. Deanna, number 6. Thank you guys so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Love seeing those stickers. So grateful that you're here to celebrate with a year with us. I'm going to read through some of the comments too, just as you guys are sharing. Oh, Ashley B, that's a great question. He said I could call him back anytime I wanted, and he'd be glad to answer any questions. And I actually suggested him, like, I'm like, dude, this photo is circulating around the internet. There's a lot of questions about it. There's some things that are really questionable, and I think you should do a press release. And he's like, I'm not going to do a press release. He said, if you have any more questions, you can call me back. And so I'm like, okay, I'll call you back. I mean, I understand probably in a county of 1.6 billion people, million people, I don't know why I said billion, 1.6 million people, that he doesn't want to have to cover this. Ashley, thank you so much for that. Deborah, thank you for that. Annabelle, thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. Kay on the cross, appreciate your super chat. You're number 10. You said perhaps they were focused on the phone at that point in the investigation that they thought was possible abduction only. Congrats on the 1 year, fam. Woo! Yeah, thank you so much for that. Let me go and see when that photo was taken. I believe that photo was taken on August 16th. So yeah, that was pretty soon into the investigation, which essentially she went missing on August 6th. So we're like 10 days in, something like that. I could see them looking in particular for for the phone, because I do think they had Department of Homeland Security involved. They had the FBI involved. They had FBI wanted poster that says contact your nearest consulate. So I think that there was an aspect that they were considering human trafficking in this case. So you're probably exactly right. Thank you for your super chat. Hey, Dee Dee, you're number 11. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for that super sticker. Thank you guys for hopping on the train. Really appreciate it. Hey, good grandma. Hope you're having a great day. Appreciate your support. You said, doesn't every police department have an internal affairs investigation division? I don't know. I'm looking it up. Are you saying that Placer County needs to have an internal affairs investigation? That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? I'd love to know who you're talking about too, like in particular. Good grandma, like if there's someone in particular, a police department in particular talking about. I wouldn't say every police department. I would say probably some of the bigger ones for sure do. Good thought though. Thank you for your super chat. Barbara, thank you for that gift that you sent over on Zelle. I forgot to mention this, but if you guys want to support the channel, we are completely crowdfunded, or if you want to just celebrate us reaching that 1 year milestone today, we do have a PayPal, which is Tyler Feller, and CashApp, $, Tyler Feller 22, or Venmo at Tyler-Feller. Those are ways that you can support, get behind what we're doing today. And I forgot to say that. People always ask because some people don't do super sticker, super chat things. So thank you guys so much for your support. Hey, Joan. Hey, Helen Champagne, great to see you. Lynn, great to see you. Really appreciate it. I believe that's 14 on our super sticker train. Kiki says, listen to the original call, Tyler. That man you called on air said they wanted to look near where the body was located. The body hadn't been located yet. Yeah, but the thing is, like, I think he was talking in past tense, like, they knew that was where it had been located, and so he was just saying it like that, but he really meant like they wanted to look near where that ping had been. Plus, he's not involved in it really. He's just the public information officer. So I didn't take what he said that first phone call like as any real significant information that we could use. It was really that second phone call, and I'm on the fence about if we should play it or not. Thank you, Pamela. 1 year anniversary. Can you guys believe it? We've been doing this for 1 year and pretty consistently. And it just encourages me to know that it means the world to you guys too. Hey, Diana, thank you so much on that 1 year anniversary. Well wishes. Tim says, congrats on 1 year. Loved last night's Faith Friday. Did anybody get a chance to watch last night's Faith Friday? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that as well. Thank you guys so much for your support. I believe that's number 17 on those super stickers. On our route to 365. I doubt we're going to get to 365, but you never know, right? You never know. Appreciate it. I think we'll shoot for $365. That would be a good goal. Celebrate 1 year with $365. Oh, man. Yeah, so, yeah, Deb says, thank you, Jesus, for 1 year celebration. I know. Praise God. Okay, I'm going to play part of the call. Just because I played it for somebody and they said that I could play. I'm just going to play like a minute of it. Tell me if you can hear it. Is it okay if I repeat? All right. What the heck? Is it echoing really bad still? I like that 1201. You said happy 12-month 1 year anniversary, Tyler Feller and Feller fan and Movement Church and all of us. Yeah, how exciting, Keith. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. Is it still echoing? That's so weird. I have no idea why it's echoing. I literally have no idea why it's echoing. Why are you echoing? All right, I'm gonna try one more time, but I'm gonna try it a different way. I'm gonna add myself to this camera, and then I'm gonna. Isn't that weird? It's echoing on my phone now. Okay, let me see. Is it echoing? Sorry, guys, we're having major technical issues today. I have somebody call in and try to play it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, guys. Happy 1 year. So glad to be in the Feller fam. Thank you so much, Pamela. All right. You ready? You're going to try to play it?
Yep, I'm going to try to play it. Let's see if this will work for me.
It's not echoing.
So,
is it okay if I record this conversation just for future?
Yeah, some of it, though, I'll let you record me, and then maybe I want to give you some pointers to where to look next.
Okay.
But I don't want to put that on tape.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm good, man. Thank you. Thanks for calling me back, too.
Sure. So the photo is accurate. You sent me that was our dive team, our volunteer dive team, our search and rescue dive team. They were up on that mission. They were tasked on that particular event with looking for a cell phone. So they were asked by the investigators and the county sheriff that was leading that investigation to search the shoreline from the bank of the lake 25 feet outward and stop and stay on that line, that depth along abreast of.
Wow. So they were 20. They were halfway there.
They were halfway there. So.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you so much. That's a good gist of it. Thank you.
Okay, happy anniversary.
Thank you. You too, in a different way, but yes, you too.
Yeah.
And Keith.
All right, bye. Talk to you later.
Bye. I'm so grateful she did that because I have no idea why it wasn't working. Guys, the phone call was only about 5 minutes. There's nothing really that was said beyond that except for just continually repeating what was already said. And so there's no reason to play that other part of it. You heard what he said. Did everybody hear it? They were tasked with searching specifically for a cell phone. It was 25 feet out. That's how, and they just followed it. Pretty much. Pretty much. I've never had this many technical difficulties ever in a stream. In the whole 1 year that we've been doing this, I've never had a technical difficulty. So was there anything that stuck out to you guys about the call? I mean, again, I think it's kind of crazy. Certainly is crazy. And the only thing that I keep thinking about is like they asked about the searching. Yeah, you said I heard him repeat you. You guys were halfway there? Yep. You guys were halfway there. 25 feet out? I don't understand. I mean, I understand that if you're a volunteer dive team and you show up, you're going to do what you're instructed to do. So my issue in this case certainly would not be with the Alameda County Sheriff's Office. It would be with whoever was running point of the investigation at this point in the juncture. And if I recall correctly, was it Placer County who was in charge? Even though it was in Nevada County, they're a smaller county, so they asked Placer County to be in charge of this particular investigation. And so probably any instructions that they were getting would have been from Placer County. Cynthia, that's what I'm talking about this whole time. Could you please talk about your headline on stream, the truth about the boat? That is it. Don't you guys think that's what we're talking about? It's the truth about the boat right here, Alameda County Sheriff's Office. You just heard from the guy. Am I confused? Am I confusing people? Isn't that what we're talking about? We're talking about the boat, right? And the dive team attached to the boat? Don't know. He says in that phone call that the boat was Alameda County's. It was a team of volunteer divers from Alameda County. They showed up. They were following instructions by whoever the lead was. Assuming that Placer County was the lead in this, they gave them instructions to go 25 feet out and search basically only for a cell phone. Just is what it is. Hey, Dory, thank you so much. Welcome to the Feller Fam. Really glad to have you. Thank you for joining with us. You are our second person to join Feller Fam today. And again, I don't think Alameda County did anything wrong. They were literally just following instructions. They're just following the instructions that they were given, which is show up as a volunteer team. And you would assume if you're showing up as a volunteer team and they ask you to go and search this particular waterway, the only other thing, guys, that I can think about, and tell me what you think about this, this is just a thought that I had, but we know that even in the press conference that we're watching, it's like they certainly searched Boca Reservoir, they searched some of the other waterways around, and maybe didn't fully search Prosser Reservoir. It makes me think back to that tow truck driver's testimony. And like maybe there was a larger emphasis of the search in Boca in particular, because that was possibly the last time that Kiely was spotted. And my guess would be that law enforcement could subpoena the tow truck company or AAA or whatever, even if it was an independent company, they could subpoena or request or have a warrant for that security footage and confirm or deny whether or not it was Kiely Rodni. And so if they did do a more significant search in Boca, I think it would possibly be because of that reason. Maybe they thought like maybe they thought something wild happened at the party, and so they threw her phone out into the water where there's a ping, and they're thinking like, how far could somebody throw a phone? And tested it, and they're like, probably about 25 feet. And so let's just go 25 feet out on this search. That's kind of what I would think. I mean, that's my guess. Like the only way that I could justify them telling them to go 25 feet out is if the law enforcement had the tow truck driver's test. But again, let's think about that. The tow truck driver, this was on August 16th. It was day 11 of the investigation. Maybe because the tow truck driver said it was 1 week later. Like he said it took him 1 week and then he realized. Right? Hey, Brandon, you said, for all things are corrected by light, and they are revealed, and everything that revealed is light. Ephesians 5:13. We're all here because God is bringing things into the light. I agree with you on that, and I do think we're trying to uncover some things that are hidden in darkness. Hopefully, there's no darkness in these law enforcement agencies. We're going to hope and pray that, and that there was just innocent mistakes in this case. But certainly, the things that are hidden in darkness will definitely become to light. And I appreciate so much that super sticker that you sent, just as a way to celebrate with us our 1 year anniversary of being a stream. Isn't that crazy, guys? We've been streaming for 1 year. We started the Gabby Petito case 1 year ago today, and I'm so grateful for your support. Yeah, her phone last pinged like right in this exact location. So she showed up, her phone did a little ping ping there, literally 5 feet from the water or something like that. And then they're having to go out 50 foot from the water, search. Yeah, makes sense. Hey, Darla, thank you so much for that super sticker. Really appreciate it. Thank you for supporting our channel. I love that super sticker too that you sent. Thank you so much. Hey, Miss Lacey J, thank you so much for your support. Really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. So, because her phone was last there, especially if she was spotted, guys, there's a lot to this, especially if she was spotted. Now, do any of you guys think that that's a plausible story? Tow truck driver's story is legitimate. They're searching more in Boca because they think that that's likely where she's at based on evidence that they have. Thirdly, her phone last pinged here, and they thought maybe somebody was trying to get rid of evidence, and they just threw it in the water from this location. And they tested it and said, well, you can throw a phone about 25 feet, so I bet it's about 25 feet out. It's been there for 11 days, so, swim out there and see what you find. And keep in mind, too, the water had receded some. Like, the water was dropping like a foot or 2 foot per day. And so that shoreline is slowly receding. And so really it would have been like 35 or 40 feet probably, right, that she threw. That's like if they're searching for a phone that it could have been thrown into. And you know what, Ashley, that's a great question. Why on earth would they be only looking for a phone if they had no clue where she or her car was? And honest, maybe the big clue piece for us now that we're starting to unravel this case is actually held within this conversation that I had with Alameda County. Like, there were 27 or something agencies that were assisting in this case. Currently, Nevada County is in the lead. Plaster's responding to requests saying we're no longer the lead investigators. Everything needs to be passed over to Nevada. However, if we could do things like I did with some of these other agencies, Washoe County Sheriff's Office and some of these other county sheriff's offices that were involved, if we can find pictures of them and location searching where they clearly should have stumbled upon evidence and asked like the type of question that I was asking Alameda, maybe we can have a better sense of getting down to the bottom of what's going on. It's like Alameda County doesn't really care what's happening in Nevada County. They need to answer to this question. And so they did answer the question. Hey, we're only allowed to go 25 feet out. That's all they told us to do. We're following instructions. We have a SOP or standing operating procedure that says we follow whoever the lead is in the case and we honor what they say. And in the lead in this case told us to go only 25 feet out. We only went 25 feet out. We don't ask questions. We just execute. That could be very interesting. I know what you're saying, Purple Passion, but just because law enforcement knows that doesn't help us, right? And we don't know. Do you know when law enforcement got a hold of that? Because that does help answer that question. Did law enforcement get that footage on August 14th? Did they get it on August 16th, or did they get it after Kiely was already found? I kind of want to go throw an iPhone around. Like, I don't have a spare one I want to break or anything. But if I did, I would see like, how far can I throw an iPhone? I can throw pretty far, but I'd like to try. Hey, Joanne, thank you so much for supporting our 1 year anniversary today by sending a super chat. You said a guy/girl called the roadside assistance as a distraction, as there was nothing wrong with the car, and then dumped her car in Prosser. Just a thought. There was nothing wrong with her car. I'll tell you that much. There certainly was nothing wrong with her car. It was just in neutral, which is interesting, right? Because if it wasn't on a completely flat spot of land, it would have just rolled. So they had to have been on, and they showed us exactly where it was. They had to have been on like a pretty flat little speck of land. My question would be, when would they have dumped the car? Because they had a whole entire search and rescue team in that exact location starting the very next day. So, like, they would have had to dump the car before 5 p.m. after 11 a.m. It's the only time they would have dumped the car if it took place on Saturday. So the party was Friday night. Saturday rolls around. Supposedly Kiely's car spotted at Boca Reservoir around 11 a.m. By 5 p.m., there's an entire search team out there. So they only have until 5 p.m. until people start showing up. And some reports have said that that search team got out there even way sooner than that. I mean, and I've tried to throw iPhones. You have two options. You can, I'll use this card here. You have two options. You can throw it like a frisbee, like whoosh, like that. Or you can throw it like, take it on its end and like shot put it like that. That's your only two options to throw an iPhone, and both are kind of awkward. I get, like, if you're going to throw it like a baseball, probably not going to go as far if you throw it that way. A shot put or a football with a high arc is the only option. Or a frisbee is probably where you're going to get the most levitation with it, right? So let me just Google that. How far can you throw an iPhone? I'm Googling how far you can throw an iPhone. It's mainly people dropping iPhones. The world record for phone throwing is 78 yards. That's about 210 feet. But that's the world record. How much can an average person who's drunk throw an iPhone? There's an app that records the time your phone's in free fall. So if the world record's 200 feet, probably people could throw it 75 feet, 100 feet. I wonder if a drunk person threw it, how far they could throw it. Like an average drunk girl, because that's what Kiely essentially was. I feel like a guy could probably throw it further. But that's a pretty big assumption. Like, the real question would be, like, why do they think a phone's only 25 feet out there? Oh, here's another thought of why the phone's only 25. They're only searching 25 feet out there that I didn't think of. Is because they might have a perimeter around where the phone ping was. And that 25 feet is like the furthest extent of what's possible with the phone ping. And think about that. That's probably more likely than like them testing out how far. Yeah, and the water was higher too, so it's really more like 40 foot or 35 feet. Pamela says, it seems like he was really eager to tell you. And that's one thing that really caught my attention, Pamela, is that like, yeah, he was really eager to have a conversation with me about it. And I'm not putting any words in his mouth, but it just has me thinking like, are there other law enforcement agencies that were involved in this case who realized that there was widespread irregularities in the practice and policies that took place in the discovery of Kiely Rodni and handling of evidence thereafter? I'm just curious if, and it would be an unfortunate situation, but I'm curious if some of these other law enforcement agencies might be a little anxious to talk as well. Hey, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you for supporting our 1 year anniversary. Can you guys believe it? Oh yeah, Michelle says come join our church channel. We are going to have a stream tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Central Time Zone on our Movement Church page, and Nightbot just put the link. And so if you guys want to click on that, please subscribe to that. That's one way that you guys can stay up to date with our online church. Let me see. Zap Girl did the math on how far the water would have been on that particular day, because like she literally looked up the water records and found how far it was. I can't remember what she said, and my internet's so bad that if I played it, it would just skip. But it was kind of like about 10 minutes into her stream that she did yesterday. If one of you guys want to watch it and then report back here of how far she said the water levels would have been up, I think she said it was like possibly 11 feet more, been like 36 foot then out from the original location. Hey, Lead with Love, thank you for your super sticker. Thank you for celebrating with us on our 1 year anniversary. We have a pretty audacious goal of getting to $365 today, since it's our 365 day of streaming. So your $10 super helpful with that. Hey Kiki, you said I sent you an email with a link to pics from August 13th. Okay, let me see. Guys, I'm super tired too. I don't know what's my problem other than I didn't sleep that well. And Tisha woke me up super early this morning. I fell asleep at like 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. and then she woke me up at like 6 a.m. Okay, let me put this Instagram page up that she's talking about and scroll down to August 13th. I don't know what picture. There's too many pictures for me to know which one you're talking about. Kiki, who sent this to me? It doesn't say the date, does it? It skips. It goes from June 27th to August 24th. There are no pictures from August 13th on there. I'm confused. It's like September 16th right there, August 24th right here, August 24th right here, and then it jumps to June 27th, and then it goes to June 27th and then June 16th. So I don't know if they posted any pictures of it. He said scroll pretty far down, but I think it'll get us past that date. Thank you for sending that. I'll continue to check it out, though. Hey, Pretty in Pink, thank you so much for that. Thank you for supporting what we're doing here. Really appreciate it. Getting closer to our goal, our 1 year anniversary goal. Hey, Rain, thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, you sent another link. Okay, this is a different Instagram than the one you had linked. Okay, let's look at these pictures and see what's going on. Thank you, Rain, for that super sticker. It says, the Washoe County Sheriff's Team Incident Management assisted California Office of Emergency Services. So that's who was in charge of the investigation, then probably the California Office of Investigative Services or whatever, of Emergency Services. Today in the continuing search effort for missing Truckee teenager Kiely Rodni. Today's efforts were focused at Prosser Reservoir just north of Truckee. Unfortunately, no signs of the missing girl or her vehicle were found. The 16-year-old Rodni left a party near the reservoir in the early hours of August 6th and hasn't been seen since. So apparently they weren't in the loop that she was seen. Anyone with information or who saw Kiely early Saturday morning, that's an interesting thing to say, is asked to call. You guys think that's an interesting little thing to say in there? Anybody who saw her early Saturday morning, give us a call. In other words, are they alluding to the fact that she was seen? Thank you, Lisa, for that $3.65 on our 365th day of streaming. Really appreciate it. It just warms my heart to know you guys are supporting. You says yes, and it has been edited. There used to be a way where you can look at the different edits that they gave. I wonder if it's on Facebook. Like, I'll go check the Facebook, because sometimes on Facebook you can view the edit history. Guys, they're on a boat with a dive team out here searching with the same sonar equipment, Hummingbird equipment that Adventures with Purpose has. I would call them right now, live on the air, but I'm using my phone to stream. So let's try to call them on Monday when I stream again. I would call them right now if I could. One thing, it's Saturday, so their PIO is probably not working. And then another thing is I physically can't call because I'm on okay, let's go to facebook.com and look up Washoe County Sheriff Office and see if we can find that same post and see if they edited it there and then what the edit history is. This is August 13th, right? I'm just scrolling down on September 6th. We just got to get down to August 13th. How many people live in Washoe County? I'm going to read this again and see what it says. The Washoe County Sheriff's Office hasty team were requested to assist California Officer of Emergency Services today in the continuing search for Truckee teenager Kiely Rodni. Today's efforts were focused at Presser Reservoir, just north of Truckee. Unfortunately, no signs of the missing girl or her vehicle were found. The 16-year-old left a party near the reservoir in the early morning hours of August 6th and hasn't been seen since. Anyone with information or who saw Kiely early Saturday morning is asked to call. It sounds pretty similar, but here it says view edit history. It has 3 edits. Huh. I'm going to text compare these two because I don't feel like going through them and reading what's different in each of them. So I'm just going to copy and paste them to the text compare thing. Compare. So the first time they didn't tag Washoe counties the right way, and that's the only thing that is different. Let's see about the second one. The second time, same thing. They just didn't tag it the right way. So it's a pretty simple mistake. Or I guess the first two they actually were tagging, and then the last one they didn't tag. They took the tag off. So I think they were there earlier, like August 9th as well. So I'm going to go down and see what was said on August 9th. The Washoe County. Oh, Sandy, thank you so much for sending $3.65 on CashApp. The Washoe County Sheriff's Office assisted Nevada County on Tuesday in the ongoing search for 16-year-old Truckee girl. The search operation is being conducted at the Prosser Reservoir. The Washoe County Sheriff's Office Hasty Team's dive unit. Why is it called a hasty team? Somebody has explained that to me. Work with Placer County in searching for signs. They used Outbound 1000 remote ROV during today's search. This underwater equipment has lights, color cameras, onboard sonar, and a robot arm that can be used to grab or move objects. Other agencies were the Tahoe Nordic Search and Rescue, Marine County Search and Rescue, and Sierra County Search. All those people, all those pages need to be looked at. The search operation near Truckee will continue on Wednesday. Anyone with information who saw Kiely is requested to call. So they're there searching, which, I mean, we already knew about this. Hey, Kiki, you said, sorry for my disorganization. They were there in the water on August 9th too. OMG, this is horrible. Yeah, so it's exactly what I just read. Thank you for your super chat. Yeah, they were there on August 9th, and you can see what they were finding. They found basically nothing, even though they had a robot underwater with full cameras, sonar, could pick up things. Did they only search 25 feet out? And the question would be, were they instructed to only search 25 feet out? Hey, Patricia, you said that 365 train rolling, may it be blessings multiply 100%. Thank you so much for that, Patricia. I really appreciate your support. 1 year, guys. We've done a lot in 1 year. Can you guys believe how much work has been accomplished in one single year as a Feller fam? I'm literally shocked by it. Oh, happy caffeinated couple. I missed it. You said happy anniversary, Feller fam. Thank you so much, happy caffeinated couple. And guess what? We had special Pinion coffee today that Debbie brought from you. So we were thinking about you this morning at this retreat. Is anybody I need to ask you guys this, because is anybody having errors when you're trying to send super chats or super stickers? Because I have had a lot of people having errors with super chats and super stickers. And unfortunately, the big problem that has been happening, it's caused significant problems, is like our total super stickers, super chats were way down this week. And I don't think it's because we were just down, because we actually had the same amount of viewers. I think it had to do with that super sticker error issue. So I reached out to YouTube and asked them to look into it, and they said that if you guys are getting an error, to screenshot it and send it to me so I could send it to them so they could fix it. Because I don't get an error whenever I send myself a super chat, which I do literally almost every single stream. So I'm wondering if you guys are getting an error, and then you can send that to me. But right after I got off of the chat with them, I got an email and said they're allowing me to be a beta tester and super thanks on YouTube Shorts. I'm like, I don't even make YouTube Shorts. I made like 3 of them my whole life. I'm going to test out a super chat right now. Guys, sorry my phone keeps falling. It's because I had to plug it in because the battery was dying. But I'm going to just take it off because I'm tired of it falling over like that. Plus, I need a drink of water. Yeah, had no problem sending that. Had literally no problem sending that. Key says it never has a problem taking my money. I know it'd be in their best interest to get it fixed. I send a lot of super chats to myself and to other people. I never have a problem with it. I had a problem once, like one day on mine. But I was kind of hoping that I got the error. But did anybody get an error today? If you got an error today when you're trying to send one, let me know, please. And then please take a screenshot of that error and we get it worked out. Yeah, this is super interesting. I'm going to bring up the Tahoe Search and Rescue to see if they posted it all about Kiely Rodni. Sure enough, they're right there on their page. We have set up a tip line for anyone who wants to submit us information about Kiely Rodni. That's all. They do have an Instagram page too. They seem to be a little more active on that. Hey, Crash and Burn. Thank you. Hey, it's me. Thank you for testing that out. Appreciate you guys. Great question, Stephen. I don't know the answer totally. The thing is, like, Lake Tahoe's water is draining pretty fast, so they drain water from Prosser Reservoir and put it in Lake Tahoe. Like, that's the strategy. So Prosser, especially in times of drought, like is going on currently, has a significant decrease in water. So I don't know the exact amount, but it's losing water naturally as well. And then it loses water every year because they take water out there, put it in Lake Tahoe. Then it snows a bunch, and then it all melts, goes back in there, and then they put it back. So it's just the way it goes down. Hey, Kendra, thank you for that $3.65 you sent. Happy anniversary. Happy 1 year. And that's a big celebration for all of the Feller fam. A 1 year celebration. Are you kidding? Ashley says, do a FOIA check and ask for their radar data and copy of instructions on what to do and what not to search. That's interesting. I've never done a FOIA request. Can you do that? Can you get their radar information through a FOIA check? And a copy of instructions? Do they write down those instructions, or is it just like you show up and they're like, hey, we only want you searching 25 feet out? Or like, how does it work? It's a good thought. I like the way you're thinking. I've never done a search, though. Hey, Naomi. Thank you for that super sticker. Guys, we're almost to our goal of getting $365. We're up to $249. So get the $365. 1 year anniversary. We might not make it because I'm feeling pretty tired, and I think I need to end the stream here before too long. Plus, the retreat is going on. Tisha's teaching a session. I don't want to miss out on it. I'm missing out on some of it, obviously, but I don't want to miss out on the whole thing. Hey, Kristen Rose, thank you so much. You said, love the Feller fam. Hope you're doing great, Tyler. Thank you so much. I'm having a great time with the fine folks over here at the beach retreat for sure. Thank you, Kristen Rose. Really appreciate it. As a Truckee resident, it is painful for me to watch you try to figure out where these pictures were exactly taken, because when people from here put in the chat where they are from. Yeah, but there's no way for me to know if it's some person who has no stinking clue of what's going on or if it's a real person from the area. Like, I have no idea to know that. And we actually really haven't done that today. Other than at the very beginning of the stream where I said I did that in the beginning. Hey, Wanda, thank you again. You said congrats and thank you for being here. Thank you for just honoring that. I hope you guys feel valued and appreciated that I wanted to show up and be a part on here with you. You said it worked finally. It means it wasn't working. If you guys get an error, please take a screenshot of it. Okay. Let me see. What was some of those other search teams that were listed? I know Tahoe was. I was going to read this article as well. Adventures with Purpose responds to Kiely Rodni murder conspiracy theory. Generally, when the police and the FBI are quiet about investigations, it's to protect the innocent. Unfortunately, it kind of feels like their silence right now about the Kiely Rodni case might be keeping an innocent person in the crosshairs. As we reported earlier this week, a slew of so-called internet sleuths believe with very little evidence they figured out what happened to a 16-year-old who went missing and was sadly found dead in her car. They're not only blaming her boyfriend, they're sending the kid death threats over that. According to Jagger Westfall, already spoke to authorities and has a solid alibi. Jagger was in Napa Valley until 8 a.m. on Saturday. He didn't get back to Truckee until noon and then joined the search looking for Kiely. He has proof of him not being in the area and has spoken with police and the FBI about the information. But these conspiracy theories aren't buying it. Why? It seems to come down to a moment that was put into the video of Adventures with Purpose. Adventures with Purpose are volunteer divers, which we all know. Who found Kiely when local police couldn't. They do this kind of thing all the time and post their findings on YouTube, but in this particular video, part of their investigation includes speaking to an alleged eyewitness who put someone kind of, sort of, meaning Westfall's description, maybe with Kiely at the time of her disappearance. Nick, who works for a roadside assistance company, told Adventures with Purpose he saw a girl he thinks was Kiely with a boy wearing a black San Francisco ball cap facing forwards near the Boca Reservoir. Nick says he helped the girl after her car broke down, possibly on August 5th, the day after, or the day before her late night disappearance, or possibly the next day when the search had already begun. He also said he was suspicious of the boy. This shaky testimony has folks on the internet getting ready to convict and execute Jagger. Why? Because he wears a San Francisco Giants hat. It just seems wrong that people do that, went after him like that. Hey, Rosie girl, you said love your channel and your message. Thank you. Thank you for loving my channel and my message. Really appreciate it. Hey, Mountain Kayaker, you said, hi, Tyler, go have fun at the beach. It's 90 degrees here in the Sierra foothills. Going paddleboarding. That sounds so fun. I hope you have so much fun. I love paddleboarding, specifically on Lake Tahoe, and I'm jealous that you're in that area. You have fun. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your super chat. A member of Adventures with Purpose is speaking out after learning about the death threats. As far as the young man by the name of Jagger is concerned, we never mentioned his name. And the hat that was referenced, that I think everyone is trying to draw him, there are millions of those hats around. It's true, Truckee is less than 3 hours from San Francisco. We imagine there are quite a few kids wearing giant hats in the area. Doug wants to make it clear Adventures with Purpose does not support treating the kid like a suspect. As an organization, we do not consider anything like that to be possible. He's not a suspect. We never named him a suspect. Now those conclusions are being drawn out, and it's unfortunate. Obviously, we don't want there to be any unnecessary harm on anybody. That's not being done by us. This case was in national headlines, covered by web sleuths before we even came to town. The main thing that the public needs to understand is we have never named the young man, nor will we ever. As for Jagger, he obviously isn't too happy with Adventures with Purpose. They may have brought the search for Kiely to an end, but for some, it can also be argued they kind of implicated him in the mystery surrounding her death. An insider said the teen is upset about the video altogether. He thinks the video was for clout, and he got much hate on social media. Jagger feels they made a mockery of this terrible incident. It disgusts him. Kiely's family is supporting him. They don't think he's involved, and he's even living with them. I find that part fascinating, and I have since it began. Hey, Tam, thank you so much. You said thank you for being you and all the work that you do. I don't get to catch the streams as often as I used to. Happy anniversary. Prayers and blessings to you and the fellow fan. Thank you so much. Can you guys believe it? 1 year. 1 year, and we're still going strong. Still got our heads held up high. Thank you for the $20 super chat. You know what? We're getting close to our goal of 365. We hope that's enough for people to stop sending death threats to a teenager, something they shouldn't have been doing. As reported, we'll learn more about this when Kiely's autopsy is released. So there you go, guys. Literally, there you go. Oh, yeah, I just thought of something that I kind of wanted to share with you guys. That was just a total lie. Like, somebody went on this other channel saying that it was totally confirmed about a video I had that was a total 100% lie. I was on Zabgirl's chat the other night, and I was trying to get a hold of her because I had a really hard time getting in touch with her. Now I have her phone number. At the time, I had no way to get in touch with her. I had definitely emailed her and things like that before. Like, I had actually emailed her quite a bit, but she doesn't always respond to those emails, or it takes her several days to see them. and I had gotten video footage from a kid who was at the party from the party. However, I felt like it was really insignificant, and it has some kids in the video that I had no idea who they are. I thought Zab Girl might know who they are, and I thought she'd find it interesting, but I didn't want her to play it publicly because I didn't want to play it publicly, because I don't think it's right to play videos of teenagers publicly when they have nothing to do with it. Totally insignificant video. Although Zav Girl knows way more about this case than I do, and she knows about all the people and everybody involved, and so I thought it might be interesting for her. So I just put it in the chat because I've tried to get in touch with her through email and other things like that, just trying to, like, you know, make a connection with her about what's going on. So I sent it to her in chat, and somebody in the chat like just went bonkers saying that it was confirmed that I had a video of Kiely alive at 1:30 in the morning and was refusing to give it to anybody, including law enforcement. And that's about the dumbest lie I've ever heard anybody ever make about me. I don't even understand where they got that at, considering that I never even had a video of Kiely whatsoever, ever, not even once. It was from 1:23 in the morning, and it was 5 boys, and I said all that clearly in the chat. And then they go on these other channels to try to talk bad about me and Zav Girl, saying that we have these videos that we're hiding from police officers or whoever else. And I just wanted to clear that up again on this channel and say, don't believe anything that you hear, because that's a big lie made about me. That is a big lie made about me, because I don't understand how you can even say that. It's a big lie. If you're going around telling people that I have a video of Kiely alive at 1:30 in the morning and I'm refusing to give it to law enforcement, and you're going on other channels and telling people about that, guys, that's almost like one of the biggest lies you can possibly make. Hey, Denise, thank you so much for that super sticker. I really appreciate it. Hey, guys, we're almost there to our goal. Amanda says, you had told me about these videos too. It's interesting to talk about. You said you wouldn't show it. You're a good guy, Tyler Feller. Don't sweat them. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for saying that, Amanda's Vita. The thing was, like, I just didn't want people, I'm obviously, people don't believe it's true. I just didn't want anybody else thinking that it was possibly true. Guys, you know this. Like, if I had anything that was of significant value, of course I would pass that along, you know? But that's a big fat lie for people to go out there and make up about me. Like, and it's like not even rooted in any truth at all, other than the fact that I have a video that I didn't feel like was appropriate for people to have publicly. So, and I was traveling and trying to get everything set up with this beach retreat that we were doing. And my family that's with me was getting mad at me because I was like, had my phone up to my ear trying to like listen to that and answer questions about the retreat before people got here. And I was like, dear goodness, of course this kind of thing would happen. But luckily it seemed like a lot of the other people that were involved in the discussion immediately squashed it. And then even Perplex QT messaged me and asked me for the video, and I didn't know why. I'm like, why is she asking me for that video? I had no idea why. I didn't even know how she knew about it, but I sent it to her, and it was because she just wanted it for herself, so she can literally confirm that she watched the video, and I had nothing to do with it. So I just appreciate the fact that she did a stream and was like sharing the truth, because I was incapable of doing a stream and talking about it that day. So it was like bizarre, about the weirdest thing I could ever think of happening. So you guys just gotta be careful about about who you're listening to and what channels you're listening to and stuff too, because you never know what you're gonna see. Lead with Love says, happy Saturday, congrats on the 1-year anniversary. I'm off to enter the public. Well, you be safe out there, Lead with Love. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by our stream today. And two, guys, part of the reason why people continue to cover this story, one, there's a lot of public interest in it still. That's evident. Two, a lot of people think there's foul play. Like, I would say at least 90%. think that there's possibly foul play or there's for sure foul play. And I'd say half of people think that there's exactly foul play. So I want to ask you a question. Put a 1 in the chat if you think there's foul play, 2 if you think there was no foul play. And put a 1 if you think it's possibly foul play or there is foul play, and a 2 if you're for sure it's an accident. And it's going to be like mainly 1s, like overwhelming majority 1s.
I'm saying with saying I don't want to hear anything.
Yeah, it's majority 1. So part of the reason people get so excited is because it is majority. People think that there's a possibility of foul play. So I think people are interested in this case, and people think there's foul play. And because people think there's foul play, I agree that YouTubers should continue to cover this story. I think YouTubers should continue to cover this story. We need to get down to the bottom, guys. If something bad happened to Kiely, there needs to be justice. And even if like some of the family or people involved thinks it's an accident and don't want anything to do with that, it's like there's a murderer on the loose and we're just going to be okay with that? I don't think so. And not only that, but this is what happens in these cases that I think is so problematic at times. People want social media and they want everybody to cover the case. And so what happens is like hundreds of thousands of people get really invested in the case. And then as soon as like it's at the peak of everybody, being invested in it, for something happens and people get frustrated and then they say, we don't want you covering it anymore. It's like, well, you're the reason why we are covering it. You asked us to cover it. Now hundreds of thousands of people are interested in it. We've sort of designed our channels as talking points about it, and then you want us to instantly stop talking about it. It doesn't work that way. Like we can't sustainably cover other cases if we only cover the first part of cases and don't continue to follow up and just drop off. That doesn't make any sense at all. And so that's a third reason. It's like, yeah, there's a ton of interest. Yeah, we think that there's foul play and we want to make sure that there's justice. And then, you know what? The third thing involved with all of that is that even though they want us to stop, we can't because there's no conclusion. We have no rest in our hearts about it. It's like people still don't even have rest in their hearts about Brian Laundrie. So half people think Brian Laundrie's still alive. There's 25% of people think that somebody snuck up behind Brian Laundrie and he didn't really do that to himself. And then there's 25% of people who've like accepted the results of that case. And so when you invite the public into these spaces, there's a lot of conversations that end up taking place. And until those can be completed, until there's closure, it's just really difficult. Hey, thank you so much, Lissy, for that. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, happy caffeinated couple. Thank you so much for that gift. Thank you so much for the gift over on tefo.com/give, honoring our 365 days that we've been on the stream. And guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream just because I want to get back to the retreat that we're having, but I did want to take some time out today and celebrate with you our 1-year anniversary. Would you take a second and pray with us? Please don't get off the stream. Please just you've been here for an hour and a half. Give me another 20 seconds of your time as we pray. Thank you, Lord, that you've given us energy to sustain being a part of this channel for an entire year. It's amazing, God, what you've done. I thank you that the best days are ahead of us and not behind us. I bless every single person who supported this channel by liking or subscribing or joining the Feather Fam or sending super chats, serving as a moderator, or sharing the link out to let other people know about what we're doing. Thank you, Jesus, for being with us, and I pray you bless them and send increase in their life. Father, would you give us wisdom and discernment about how to handle these cases? Lord, would you give us favor and blessing to grow this channel? Would you expand our increase? Would you give us more territory? Lord, we love you in Jesus' name. Amen. Hey, guys, thank you so much. We almost got to 365 on the super chats. We were $64 away, but that's okay. I wanted to take a second and see if we could get the goal. We don't always hit it, but we were streaming for 365 days. I thought maybe we'd get up to 365, but we didn't. But that's okay. I do appreciate those of you who supported the channel today, and just want to honor you. And we're away at the beach retreat, so I want to get back to those. If you guys do want to support and just celebrate with us, we are totally crowdfunded. You can support on PayPal, which is Tyler Feller, CashApp, $sign Tyler Feller 22, or Venmo at Tyler-Feller. And I just want to say once again, thank you guys so much. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time Zone on the Movement Church page. Please go subscribe to that channel literally right now. That way you can get a notification when we go live. And then we'll be back Monday, and we'll talk more about the Kiely Rodni case. I also want to continue to cover the Jolissa Fuentes case. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. Thank you.